Hello and welcome to Games for Gamers. I'm your host Morbid.
And I'm M2.
And today we are playing Folklore, the Affliction. We are starting story number 5, which is called Brimstone and It Is Midnight. And we are doing Story Journal 2, Dark Tales.
Yes.
Please like, share, and subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Ding. And what kind of spoilers?
Major.
That's right, major spoilers.
Major spoilers.
Okay. So before you begin, we have to choose the cousin, the messenger, the scout, the militant, and the aristocrat, which we already have.
Yeah.
So I am playing the archaeologist, who is an explorer, and he is the cousin. And I'm also playing Mordrin, the avenging madman, who is an avenger, and he is the militant.
And I'm playing the telepath, who is the scout. The butcher, who is the messenger, and he's a ghost right now. And the scientist, who is currently in limbo, who is the aristocrat. So
Okay.
unfortunately, I cannot get the companion that I get because I'm in limbo.
Every time.
Yep.
Alright. During the last story, so this is a little synopsis. The last story began with the group recuperating from their confrontation with the doppelganger, who was impersonating a cruel, wealthy landowner named Whitmore. He received a ghostly message from the dead Whitmore by means of a reflective pool of water. He realized that he followed an evil path in life and wished for absolution of his crimes. He told them of how he came to possess the demonic shard, one of 7 parts of a seal, by killing a mysterious gentleman that emerged from an old antique mirror with strange powers. Over time, he came to possess this strange mirror as well. One day, the doppelganger emerged, killing him and taking his form. The demonic shard was later stolen by the staple hand of Whitmore's impostor, where it fell into the hands of Moria. During Story 1, Whitmore's shade then told you that a powerful spirit was draining the life force of those within the mirror realm where he was trapped, making it more powerful. He sent you to the mirror's location in Belvar Estate to destroy it. In the manner, you met a floating globe empowered by the spirit of Mortai, the gentleman Whitmore killed for the demonic shard. Mortai explained that the predatory spirit, the Shadow Wraith, in the mirror realm was hunting him as it believed he still held the demonic shard. You headed to the basement of Belvar Estate to find a hidden entrance to a labyrinth of old rooms and tunnels. That was fun, actually. To where the mirror was located. Upon finding it, the Shadow Wraith emerged and battle ensued. Upon its death, Spirit Shard dropped from the ethereal form of the Affliction you planned to deliver to the priest at the Church of the Crossroads. Alright. So it is a new chapter, new story, so we're going to draw a world event.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
everything, the fossilized knucklebone on exhaust.
Oh yeah, all items on exhaust.
These smelling salts on exhaust.
Yep.
Except for this machete over here, which is broken from a
Critical failure.
critical failure. Fault.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we draw a new world event.
Solstice. For each character in the game, place a tracking token on this card. Characters may discard a token to add +1 to any die roll.
Ooh.
So we will add 5 tracking tokens.
Yeah.
These are the tracking tokens.
Mhm.
They look target signs. Okay, and we're actually going to start off in Wayland Point, which here we are. Use town services.
Alright, very nice. So at Wayland Point, we each get 2 town services.
Okay.
Well, first thing I'm gonna do over here with the scientist, I'm gonna go to the Gypsy encampment, Breath of Life, draw a tarot card, and to return a character in limbo with full Vita and power points.
I just shuffle them, so I don't know what
This
they
one.
are.
The Fool. Pass Nerve 8 at the start of each chapter or become deranged. Jeez.
But we had already started the chapter, so we don't do that now.
Yes. But I'm alive with full Vita and power points.
Okay, the Archaeologist is going to the physician and getting stitches. Restore 1 vita for every coin spent. So I will spend 20 coins to go up to 25.
Butcher is going to go to the physician and spend 20 coins to bring out the dead. Bring a character back to life with half their vita and full power points.
Okay, I am going to visit the physician for the Avenger, but he has fast recover. You recover 2 vita per coin when doing the stitches, due to your thick skin when receiving stitches. So I'm going to spend 10 coins.
Alright, nice. Telepath is going to spend 21 coins to get stitches at the physician. So I'm up to full. The Butcher is going to spend 11 coins at the physician to get up to full.
The Avenging Man is also going to sleep to recover all power points and gain 3 vita. Okay, so I'm just going to take away, I'm going to bring a coin back. So it's going to cost me basically 9 coins.
For the stitches.
Yeah, because of the stitches.
Yeah.
Down to 15. Same one over here, so I spent 17. So so 7. We're down to 75 coins. Ooh, there's a monster in the basement. Okay, so I'm at 4 power points and 25 health for the Archaeologist, and 25 health, 3 power points for the Avenging Madman, and I've done my services for both.
Alright. Over here, Telepath is gonna spend 5 coins and get some bandages.
How are you on power points and health?
Full on both.
Okay.
Scientist will also spend 5 coins and get some bandages. So all my characters have used 2 services, but the Butcher has an ability, because I'm the merchant. He may visit 1 extra location service during each town visit.
Oh, okay.
So I'm also gonna grab some bandages.
And doesn't that Telepath have something to do with gypsies?
That costs service though.
Oh, okay. What's a new story? What about our negative effects?
Negative effects stay, positive effects are gone.
So anything that's positive.
Yes.
I'm no longer faithful for the Avenging Madman.
Scientist is no longer faithful, and neither is the Telepath.
So over here, I still am cursed and sickened. How do I get rid of that stuff? Where does it say how you cure that stuff?
In town services.
It'll cost me 30 lore to get rid of cursed. And 15 coins to get rid of sickened. Okay.
Oh yeah. Almost forgot, because I'm the researcher. I can choose one skill at the beginning of each chapter. You may re-roll your first failure with the skill during the chapter. I'll go with trickery.
Okay.
Because I don't have any pluses to trickery.
And then I'm the Avenger. Your newfound purpose is to avenge those that have perished at the hands of evil once per story. This is a new story. Choose an option until... you may not change it until next story. So I'm going to choose... The Avenger gives all other characters fighting the same foe as he is +1 damage to melee attacks. We got to remember melee.
That is melee attacks, yes.
And there was also an advanced rule, which we kind of weren't doing because I didn't really notice it. But for ranged characters, if you're adjacent, you got to roll twice to pick the lowest roll.
Yeah, but we didn't have any ranged weapons the whole playthrough anyway. So
Well, that is true. And it affects
enemies too.
Yep, ranged creatures and afflictions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you roll twice for the attack and take the lower result, not for damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we did what we could do, right? Just recovered, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anxious to deliver the mirror to the priest of the Church of the Crossroads, you hastily finish your recovery in Wayland Point. Of course, there was another reason to visit the church, as it has been some time since you checked on the status of Moria, whatever you want to call her name. You hope that the priest has been able to help relieve her of the possession caused by the demonic shard. You now know that the shards fit together, forming a disc-shaped seal. Although you are still uncertain of its purpose, travel to the Church of the Crossroads.
Okay.
So, just so you know, too, do I have a shard? I have the nature shards. I get +1 ecology and +1 search.
Butcher has the shapeshifter shard, so I get +1 trickery, +5 defense, and I'm immune to the transformed status.
Okay, I have no shard, but I do have Whitmore's saber. So
I have the cultist shard, which gives me +1 occult and +5 defense over here with that telepath. And the scientist has the spirit shard, which gives her +1 nerve, and I can exhaust it once per story to become ethereal for 1 combat.
what happened to my shield?
I have it over here.
I'm gonna need that back.
Alright, then I'll give that back to you.
The monsters.
And then if you're going to use the saber, you can't have the hammer equipped.
Right, I'll just put that to the side. So we want a hammer? It's one hand, does a d6. And I also have a large cleaver, which is 1d4 +1. But I think the 1d6 is a little better.
Yeah. I don't know, I like the +5 might that the beamer gives me, but more damage is good.
Right. What's your might?
Might is only 3 right now, so yeah, I kinda need the +5.
Nope, we're only doing 1/4 damage. I actually have 2 weapons sitting here.
Yeah. That should be in your hand. That whip. Also, the other whip should not, because that first whip is 2 hands.
Oh, yeah. So I'll keep this one as a side.
Yeah.
So always good to have an extra. Same one over here, I guess I'll keep the hammer. But I do have a large cleaver. Oh my god, speaking of cleavers. You have an extra weapon, but it's busted.
Yeah.
You want this cleaver just to have it, so in case if your hammer gets busted?
Alright, I guess so.
But you got no extra weapon, right?
No.
I think it's always good to have an extra weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, so give that to the butcher.
Yeah, because I used the cleaver anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that hammer's only one-handed?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, that's fine. 'Cause you got 2 weapons over there, so... Alright, that's good. As long as we got backup. That has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do it. So I'm going to pass this to...
Butcher.
The butcher, and it stays at daytime when you leave.
Yeah. And the butcher has 5 stride because I have a base of 4.
5.
And I'm the messenger, so that gives me +1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and then we get a road event, and it's daytime. Manor. As we approached a nearby manor, the door opened and a pale woman and 2 men invited us in. They claimed to be vampires who wished to live in peace. The leader must pass speech 6 to gain their trust. My speech is +2 right now. I'll use the red one. There's a 7, so I do succeed, which means I gain 8 more.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
Trusty vampires.
Yep. So it's 825 for lore.
Okay.
Alright, very nice.
That's cool.
Alright, and then I'll...
This gets passed and it goes to night.
Yeah, to the archaeologist.
And the archaeology has a 5 stride too because of the pocket clock.
Pocket clock watch.
Pocket clock watch.
Yep. Which gives you +1 stride. That's an heirloom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my heirloom. Yep. So we are there.
Nice.
Business. Alright. As you travel the road in the daylight, you notice a growing darkness moving across the sky from the west, culminating over the mysterious dark spire far in the distance. Arriving at the church, you see the front doors are missing from their customary position, instead lying in fragments in front of the steps. Entering cautiously, you see the priest kneeling in prayer. He acknowledges your presence and after finishing his petition, rises to greet you. Peering around, you see the interior of the church is intact and no damage has come to it, nor to the priest himself. He says, "Welcome back, warriors of light. Something terrible has happened to Mora. She has lost herself in the influence of the demonic shard and has become quite powerful. I can no longer contain her here. We battled. She could not harm me here in the church, and knowing that the light would prevail, blasted her way out. I assume you saw the front doors. I have been praying for her and believe those prayers have been answered. You have arrived and are among the living. I see you have several additional shard pieces. Be careful of them, as they may overcome you, just as the demonic shard has made a travesty of Mora. You must go after her and end this one way or another. I fear the demonic entity that is behind much of this trouble has finally surfaced. Now, let's take a look at this mirror you found." Examining the mirror, he reaches out to touch it and jolts back in shock. After a long pause of meditation, the priest opens his eyes, whispering, "I believe that this is an artifact from before the Great Flood, made in a time when sorcery was at the command of evil men, bent on making doorways to other worlds. Some of these doorways were meant for outsiders to gain entry into our reality. Quickly, help me bring it into the subtle so that we may nullify its power." Down in the cellar, the priest gathers a white, heavy, woven blanket with holy symbols adorning its surface. We must pray for strength and focus, then cover the mirror with this holy blanket. It should block its power. Story skill check. Faith 8. All characters must be successful. You gather your faith and pray for strength of body and mind.
That's not good.
My faith is normal for, no pluses or minuses for the, Oh, I actually have -1 because I'm cursed. Yeah, and I failed.
Alright.
So, not even about everybody else rolling.
Yeah. That's not good.
Well, I guess we do all got to roll.
Okay.
It is going to matter.
So the scientist, I got no pluses.
No pluses over here. And I made a 10, so I make it.
I got a 9, so I make it. The butcher, no pluses or minuses. I'm this. Fail, I mean. Telepath has +1. With a 5. What was it? 7, so I failed.
It was an 8.
It was an 8, jeez.
Yeah.
Alright, so I failed.
So 3 people failed.
Mm-hmm.
The mirror vibrates violently, and revolving images of dark places filled with nightmares flash over its silvered surface, forming gates to the foul reaches of creation. For every character who failed their skill tech, draw a random creature card to skirmish against simultaneously.
Jesus. That's not very good.
For 1 to 2 creatures, each receives 2 attacks on their turn. Okay, now other stuff happens, but for every creature failed their skill to draw a random creature card.
So just a random one of these?
That's what it sounds like. It's really weird, right?
Yeah. There's no easy way to randomize them, though.
No, there is
we
not.
can't shuffle them.
Absolutely not, because they're in alphabetical order. Well, remember I gotta come back to this on page 80.
Alright.
And it'll be happening at the same time for 1 to 2 creatures.
But there's 3 creatures, so...
But why would it even say...
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, so they don't receive the 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Because 3 creatures. Oh, they did it at the balancing, so I was like, yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so pick. So who failed? Here, you, and there, huh? There's 52 creatures here.
The afflictions are not creatures.
Well, I know, but I can just
Okay.
pick out afterwards.
And then...
Okay, so that would be... So 17 affliction. So what's 52 minus 17?
52 minus 17 would be, 2 minus 17 is 35.
How can we do 1 through 35? I'm trying to think of a way we could do this. Try to make this random. So if I spread it out, we can still all see
Yeah.
what the creatures are. Well, you don't know what the creatures are. I had the stack, so you do the numbers for 3 of them.
Okay then. So just choose any number between 1 and 35.
Yeah. Well, including 1 and 35, so.
Yeah.
You know what? I should just roll on the damn table. But the table is kind of big, though. Yeah, there's only 2 there.
Oh no, that's just the skirmish table, yeah.
So maybe I am doing it that way. Yeah, random creature card. Alright, so do a number 1 through 35.
And then, 13.
So 13.
Alright, 13, 5.
So 5, 13.
And 23.
So 5, 13, and 23. 1. No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Bruhera. That's horrible.
Yep, that's horrible.
And then 13. That was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hands of Death. And then what did you say? 23?
Yep.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Alright, that's the best way I could think of to do it randomly.
Yeah.
We'll roll for each of their things separately.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, what was this one? Oh, it's round 10.
Yep.
I guess we can just do it like this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to be for his. 2. So his will be this one. So I'll roll for that one.
Alright.
Well, I guess you got to roll, right? Because you're the
I'm
controller.
the controller, yeah. So I'll roll for the Hand of Death with 7.
Oh, that's a huge number.
Yep. That's a very big number.
Over here.
You gonna have a treat?
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
It's a small number. Good. Where? Oh, we need to punch some more of those.
I don't know if we have any of those actually.
We do.
Do we?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we have. Oh yeah. So that's only at a 3.
That's good.
And then I will roll because I'm the controller.
I'm the controller because you're the first player.
No, no, no. This was you. See what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I did that. Yeah. And 4.
Alright.
How much?
That's not bad. 4. It's gonna be a 4.
Alright, so the hands out's gonna be the toughest.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's no reason to get minis when you do that.
Nope.
And they always strike first, actually.
Yes.
Oh my goddamn. I'll pause that. You got the monsters. Alright. So they attack first, right? Is that what this look says?
Yes.
Determine a strength based on the number. Place skirmish marker, attack or defend. At the beginning of each round, all characters choose to attack or defend.
Do we want to defend?
Yeah, we have little markers here.
If we defend, we get plus 10 defense, but we get minus 10 might. But if we attack, it's just attacking.
Right. We might have 41. We're This is interesting.
It is interesting.
So it is midnight, so everyone's gonna get plus 10, plus 15, plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do anything.
Yeah, I don't think I should.
Okay, so it is gonna be the creature's turn first.
Okay.
So we'll actually kind of do it by highest to lowest, kind of how it works in regular adventuring.
So they each get an attack against all characters.
Yep.
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 So this is yours, so I'll roll for it.
Well, this is yours, so I'll...
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but we rolled Bruja first because they're the toughest. Or no, wait, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, it's my number of like. That's
Like
why I did.
health.
Yeah.
Alright. And he's gonna get a 38.
Which is a
so that's
48.
48.
Which is gonna hit everybody.
Yes.
If we would have done defense, it would have missed everybody.
Yes. Well, not everybody. Well, yeah, it would have missed everybody. Alright, Hands of Death. Skirmish power, lose 1d4 Vita and become immobilized 5. If you are hit while immobilized, take an additional plus 2 damage. Alright, so we all lose 2 Vita. And then we gotta roll for immobilized, which is trickery.
Trickery, huh? Yeah, I made it over there. Oh, I should have rolled them both. Trickery, plus 1. So yeah, I made it both of my guys.
Alright,
Both three guys.
red will be the telepath, white will be the butcher, black will be the scientist. Alright, scientist succeeds, but both the butcher and the telepath fail, and are now immobilized. So,
And if you are hit while mobile, you take an additional plus 2 damage.
yes. So we get minus 10 might, and stride is 0, but that doesn't matter. Alright. So
Okay.
that was just the Hands of Death.
The rabid wolves. They get plus 10. Oh yeah, they hit everybody.
Alright then.
Lose 2 Vita. If the total attack roll of the red wolf is 80 plus, all characters that were hit become sickened. The total attack was more than 80, if you add on the plus.
Oh yeah, it does say the total attack.
Yeah.
Sickened 4, so that's ecology.
College.
Yeah. Red is telepath, white is butcher, black is scientist.
Jesus, buddy.
Fail all 3 of them. Well, actually, no ecology, 1 ecology, 1 ecology. Yes, I fail all 3 of them.
Well, it's sickened 4. Oh, they rolled a 2 and a 2.
Yeah, and I rolled a 3.
Jesus.
And nothing. Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's not going to be good. I got no ecology bonus over here because I'm already sickened, so I'm not even going to roll actually. And then over here, I have +2 with a 4, so I make it.
Alright, very nice. Alright, now the Bruja.
+15 with this. 22.
Plus 15 is
32.
35,
37.
7, yes.
I beat it for both of mine.
All three of my guys. 37. If it's equal to or greater than their hit, so the telepath gets hit by it.
Okay. There's 1d4 plus 1 Vita, which is going to be 4. And then you become transformed 5.
Alright. Transformed as occult. I have +2 occult. And I succeed.
Okay.
That's good.
Now it's our turn. I think we should hit her.
We hit everyone.
Oh, do we?
Yep. And yeah, because step 6, reduce the skirmish counter with in parentheses S by the number of successful attacks made by the characters. So I think that means we hit everyone. I think.
Well, they hit all of us, so yeah, we'll roll it that way too.
Yeah.
Let me look at it.
You can go to page 18, look up skirmishes in the rule book.
Alright, just to double check that. Yeah, I kind of think that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Just like they attack everybody at the same time, we attack them at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way we're going to play it.
Alright then.
Never really seen this situation before, so.
Yeah.
I'm the leader. So, I don't have to reroll any attacks. Oh, my Vita is actually -4 because I'm cursed. So I wouldn't have spent the other 4 gold. Alright, so my might is +7, the best I can tell.
Okay.
Well, a 44 +7 is a 51. So I hit the rabid wolf and the hands.
Yeah.
But unfortunately not the Brujeria.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright then. Over here with the scientist. I'm gonna attack. I have have 7 might. So I'll try to attack everyone. And I miss everyone. Alright, over here with the Telepath, I have 8 might plus 8. And I roll an 87, which hits everyone. And then I'm going to spend a power point, use Psychic Implosion. In a skirmish, drop a skirmish counter by 1.
I'm gonna try to hit her.
Yeah, I'll try to hit her.
Yeah, she's the toughest.
She's got a lot of defense.
Yep.
And if we kill her, then that's very good.
Yes.
And Avenging Madman.
Okay, Avenging Madman. My might is plus 5. Is Vorpal? What the hell is Vorpal? Every time. I forget what Vorpal is.
Something about Devastating Strike.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, above 95 do maximum damage.
Okay.
I think that'd be easy to remember, but we keep forgetting.
Yeah.
So that's an 85, so that's a 90.
Very nice.
So this drops, that drops, and that drops. We'll put this. We're gonna put to the side because we do get the bonuses.
We do get reward and coins.
Reward and coins.
Alright, and then for the butcher. With a 73, so that will hit both of them.
You know what? This gets plus 1 damage.
It does.
We ought to take another point of damage. Yeah, the higher the thing, they get bonuses. I don't know what people rolled. They got plus 1 immobilized. I don't know what people rolled. I know I rolled pretty darn high.
What? Plus 1 immobilized?
Yeah, so when you roll this, it's immobilized 6.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but this does die.
Scientists rolled 10, I think.
Yeah, I think we all rolled.
Yeah, everyone that succeeded.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we just got the Hand of Death.
Yep. And you're the controller.
Yep.
So you're taking everybody still gets plus 1 damage.
Yep. With a 58, so he'll hit everybody.
Yep. So it's going to be 1d4 plus 1 damage.
1d4 plus 1. Oh, of course.
And if anybody's immobilized already, it's plus 2.
Yeah. That's 3. So that's 4 damage.
4 damage plus 2 if you're immobilized.
Yep. So
4 damage.
Telepath takes 5 or 6 actually. Butcher takes 6. I think. Yeah, Butcher takes 6.
Oh, you're immobilized?
Yep. Scientist takes 4.
And we got to roll for immobilized. This will be whites for the Archaeologist. Red is this.
This will be for the
What's
scientist.
immobilized? Trickery?
Trickery, yes. Got a 6 over here. So
Minus 1, so I made a 6 here. And trickery is 1.
That's for the Archaeologist, you said?
No, white's the Archaeologist. Red because
Okay.
he's angry. The red.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to use one of these. What's immobilized? I take another 2 damage.
You get minus 10 might, you have 0 stride.
Oh yeah, I remember that when you got the minus 10.
Yeah, but I rolled a 15.
When does
over
immobilize
here,
that? After the
17.
combat?
When we go back to town.
Jesus, really?
Yep.
It just automatically goes away?
No, when we pay for it.
Alright, well I'm going to use one of these target things and make it a 6 so I don't, not immobilized.
Oh, never mind. This status ends when the combat is over.
Oh, okay. I won't do that. Okay.
Yes.
So he's actually immobilized.
Yes.
And the 0 stride won't really matter right now.
No, not at all.
Okay, our turn.
Yes.
Here's the Archaeologist. 33 plus 7 is 40. It's exactly what I needed.
Very nice. The Scientist.
You're minus 10, right?
No, I'm not immobilized.
Oh, okay.
84, so I do hit. Telepath. I am minus 10. I'm also second, but that doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter anyway, because I rolled a 9, so...
Okay.
I could spend a power point and reduce that. I think I should.
Doing that.
Psychic Implosion.
Okay.
To crush the brain matter of a foe. Alright, then Avenging Madman.
So Telepath hasn't gone Avenging Madman. Minus 10, but I'm plus 5, so I'm minus 5. 94, even minus 5, so I definitely make it.
Yes.
Alright. Yuck, that hit us a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the...
No lore.
No lore, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's skirmish. There's no lore.
So the coins are only 10, 14, 18 coins.
18 coins. Alright, the Butcher has an ability, because I'm the merchant. A lore ability. Gain an extra coin when victorious from skirmishes. So, I get 19. Butcher's up to 27 coins. Scientist is up to 60... Or no, 76.
97 coins for the Archaeologist. And 33 for the Avenging Madman.
And then the Telepath is at 44.
And we each do get to roll for item.
Search, yeah.
10, so this is the white's always the Archaeologist.
Yeah. Red's Telepath,
And nothing.
White's Butcher, Black is Scientist. Nothing.
Nothing.
But we get to roll for each foe.
Oh, that is true, too.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Archaeologist gets +1 because of the Nature Shard.
I still only rolled a... Oh, I did roll a 9.
Yes.
So it's a 10, so I do get an item. Ooh, Acid Vials.
Ooh, very nice.
There's 3 of them. Burst 1, centered on target, range 2. The Scientist is not affected. Does 1d4 damage and it's ranged. I really can't carry that right now. Now we roll for another creature. No.
Nothing.
It's a lot of rolls to get a whole lot of 1.
Yeah.
So, Brujeria, or Bruja. Give me the Hands of Death.
And then the Rabbit Wolf.
Alright. And there was a little bit more to that. When the skirmish is over, the blanket is cast over the mirror, shutting down its power. The group automatically gains an item for each character, or 2 random non-story artifacts from the battle, dropped from the hands of the otherworldly invaders, in addition to the normal end of combat search rolls. Want to know a couple of artifacts?
Sure.
Did it say 2, right? That's what I read?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do 2. So it's kind of
Alright, 2 non-story artifacts.
too random.
Yes, I'm just removing all the story ones.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So, we'll shuffle these a bit.
Yep.
Alright, and we'll just grab 2 of them.
A ring of ether. Exhaust for the story to become ethereal for 1 combat.
An arcane lore book. You get +1 occult, and you gain plus 2d10 lore when an affliction is defeated.
Does anybody not have a cult?
I have no occult, I have no occult.
I have no occult.
I have 2 occult.
Who's got no occult? Avenging Madman?
Butcher and Scientist.
Why don't we roll off then?
Then.
2.
1 and 3.
Hi, well, who got the 3?
The Scientist.
Alright, give it to
Scientist.
Scientist.
Yes.
Then we got this ring. Does anybody have a ring slot taken?
I have a ring slot taken.
So then not you.
Yes.
Let's all do a roll off. 2 and 1.
1 and 5, so that's the Telepath.
Oh, Telepath gets the ring.
Very nice. Ooh, that's nice, actually.
Since you did do a lot of the PowerPoint, so
Yeah,
it actually did help us.
I do. I like being ethereal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that was that then.
Yep.
Alright. The priest addresses you calmly. After all that.
Alright.
Now that the mirror is no longer a threat, let's talk about these shards. We now know that there are 7 shards representing each of the forces afflicting the land. Demonic, shapeshifters, nature, spirit, occult, undead, and mortal. You have come across all but the undead and mortal shards, but we know that the Alchemist has the latter. You will need to pay him a visit to obtain it. My intuition tells me that it could help you deal with Mora. The Undead Shard is still hidden away and remains a mystery. Although the shards seem to naturally attract to each other, you will need a frame to keep them intact until you can find them all. Although it has power when incomplete, a fully intact seal with all its parts is sure to be significantly stronger. Give me the shards and I will craft a device to keep them whole as a single unit. I think I have something that will work perfectly. The priest disappears for a short time and returns with a curious artifact. An iron band carved with a delicate script. You observe as he places the shards in the strange metal frame and utters quiet words of prayer. The pieces appear to form a large medallion, now held firmly together by the metal band. The gaps between the shards disappear as they become whole once more. As you obtain new shards, simply place them in the empty spaces and they will adhere to the rest of the seal. This new device has power, but different than the individual shards, more focused, less hazardous. Attention. The group loses all shard artifacts. So don't forget to reduce any skills they might have given you.
Oh, yeah.
So I no longer have a bonus to ecology.
Scientist no longer has, or only has +1 nerve now.
And the immobilize goes away.
Oh, yeah. The Butcher no longer is immobilized and only has +1 trickery. And also only has 36 defense now. And the Telepath only has +1 occult. And only has 32 defense.
Ugh, 32 is terrible.
Yeah. It would be like 42, but I got -10 defense from the chariot.
Oh, that tarot card.
Mm-hmm.
And receives the unfinished seal of Kreml artifact. This is a new artifact.
Oh, so probably one.
The group receives the unfinished seal of Kreml. The group receives +1 to nerve, +1 to occult, and +1 to ecology. The bearer may exhaust for a story to give the group +5 might and +5 defense for 1 combat. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
We all get +1 nerve, occult, and ecology.
Ooh, very nice.
Now let's put that as a modifier. Well, I guess it's an item, right?
Yeah, it's an item.
Okay.
Scientist is at 2 ecology, 2 nerve, 1 occult.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 2 for me.
Butcher's at 2 ecology, 3 nerve, and 1 occult.
Nerve, occult, and ecology. My ecology and nerve are +3. And my occult is +1.
This, the Telepath is at +1 ecology, +2 nerve, and +2 occult. And is no longer immobilized, forgot to mention.
I think I'm actually at 4 nerve now.
Oh,
I
that's
was at
good.
-1, but I don't know why.
Yeah, you were probably like spooked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, spooked.
Do a modifier for trickery. Why?
Something that gives you +1. Maybe it's from respected and you forgot to remove it.
Oh yeah, my speech and trickery.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Oops.
yeah. I wouldn't imagine that the Avenging Madman would be very good at tricking or even
Same with
speech.
over here. Okay, that was respected.
Mm-hmm. But now we're not respected.
So my trickery is actually 1 over here.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
And while we're at the church, you can actually spend
Ability points.
ability points.
And get abilities.
I've got 2 over here and 4 over here.
I've got 2 over here, 1 for the scientist, and 3 for the telepath.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Pause it. Okay, I'm just going to pause it real quick and then we'll pick the anything.
Yes.
Okay, so the Archaeologist spent 2 and saved 2 ability points, so I have Charm. A target is mystically immobilized. You may instead remove the immobilized status from one ally. And the Avenging Madman spent both of his and got Ethereal Vigor, which just increases my max ghost points by 2.
Telepath spent all 3 theirs and got Naysayer's Boon. When you are hit by an undead attack, recover 1 power point. The Butcher spent 2 of his and got Morphic Resonance, which is remove the transformed or lycanthropic status from 1 ally, or first a werewolf for +1 power point, or skinwalker for +2 power points to become a Night Stalker. And then the scientists save their 1.
Okay. You exit the church to begin your search for Mora. A strange feeling overcomes you as you see starting lights to the north, in the direction of the Standing Stones. Your intuition tells you that is where Moria was headed. You know the Alchemist has the Mortal Shard, and the priest thinks that it may help deal with Moria. So we decided to make a quick detour to the Alchemist Tower. Question is, do we want to rest?
I think we should.
I can't get any more power points.
Well, yeah, we're not that low on power points, and we can just stop at Wailing Point. So maybe not. What, does it say we can rest if we want to?
Well, no, but I know we can rest.
Yeah, because we're on the world map.
What are we down to?
Huh?
I'm down to
Oh yeah, I'm down to 9.
12 already. Oh, really?
Yeah, 11 and 14.
We got beat up pretty damn good, didn't we?
Yeah. I think we should rest.
Alright. So, we each recover 4 and 4.
Yep. So Telepath is at maximum 7 power points and 13 Vina. The Butcher is at 15 Vina and max power points, which is 5. The Scientist is at 18 Vina and max power points, which is 5. And then, yeah.
Yeah, 16 and 5 for the Archaeologist, and 20 and 3 for the Avenging Ram. Don't throw a pencil. Alright, roll for the skirmish.
Alright, yeah.
A 3. I'm going to use this, though,
Yes.
so we avoid the skirmish.
It does say to any die roll, yes.
Yep.
So.
Okay. This is a quick detour to the Alchemist Tower.
Alright. So travel to the Alchemist Tower. What are you looking for? Bookmark?
Yeah.
Where did the bookmark go? Oh, there it is.
Right, this gets past the Dayside.
So the Scientist.
Yeah.
And we're gonna head on out. I have a stride of 4. And then we get a road event on the Dayside. Militia. We stumbled upon a group of militia We tried to convince them to accompany us to the nearest place needing redemption. The leader must pass speech 4 to gain a random militia companion.
And you can't.
I have +1 speech.
But you can't.
What do you mean?
Can't get a militia, can you?
Why not?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. With a 9, so I do succeed, and I get a random militia companion.
Does a little shuffle.
And it is the priest, which gives me +1 faith and +1 nerve.
Nice.
That's very nice.
Let's write that down. Use as a modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm now at +3 nerve. And my faith is +1.
Oh, I forgot something else over here too. Oh, after we lose the artifacts, the priest also gives the group a prayer.
Ah.
So I'll just shuffle these up. I knew I saw something.
Mm-hmm.
It is Faith 9. Call up heaven's light. Call upon the powers of heaven to illuminate the air with a green light. Vampires and Necratu lose 2d6 Vita, and other creatures lose 2d6 Vita. Darkness is removed from the current map. Who's got the best faith? I have nothing over here and nothing over here.
Alright. I have nothing, +1, but I already have a prayer. So.
You can't have more than one prayer?
I don't think so. Can you?
Do you have something that rerolls a dice?
I do. I have my fossilized knuckle.
Let's take that.
Yeah, item.
And we forgot too, that artifact. Remember, the bearer may exhaust for a story to give the group +5 might and +5 defense for 1 combat.
Ah, that's good.
Who wants that?
Yeah, we'll have to write that down somewhere.
Well, I already have the sword, so I won't take that.
Yeah.
So, you want to roll up?
Sure.
So here's the Archaeologist. It's only a group thing, so there's a 6.
10, a 9, and a 4.
Who's got the 10?
And the Telepath.
Ah, you take it. Telepath's a badass over there.
Yep.
So it's called Unfinished Seal. Of Kreml. Kremel. And it's group +5 might and +5 defense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you exhaust it.
Yeah. For a story. So we're going to do once per story for 1 combat.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, we got all that straightened out.
Yes.
Whose turn is it?
This will pass to the Telepath, and it'll be nighttime.
Okay.
And I have a scrat of 5, actually.
5.
So I'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're right there next to Wailing Point. So we'll get a road event, and it's nighttime. Lynch mob.
Oh, that doesn't sound good at all.
We came upon an angry mob carrying torches and escorting several folk in chains to the gallows of the nearest town. They believed we were criminals as well. The leader must pass speech 5 to keep them from putting you in chains. Okay. So,
Just a red die, yeah.
Yep. My speech is +1. Could use one of those. I also have an ability where I can add 1d4 to any die roll once per story. I also have a boon where I can add 1d6 to any die roll once per story. So, we got a lot of stuff to deal with this. Yeah.
So right now you need a 4 or better.
Yes.
If you use one of those things.
Yeah, if I use one of those things, it'll give me better odds. Yeah, I'm gonna use my ability and add a d4.
Okay.
Yep. With a 4 and a 5, so I do succeed. And, I get 8 lore.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm up to 878. Alright. And that's that. Now this will pass to the butcher and it'll be daytime.
Not the butcher, Avenging Madman.
Avenging Madman, yes.
We will stop there so we can do some services.
Yep.
I'm going to spend 2 at the stitches at the physician.
Scientist is going to spend 5 to get stitches at the physician.
Spend 9 with the Archaeologist.
Butcher will spend 7. And Telepath will spend 11.
And then I need to get rid of something here. Where does the town services go?
Right here. Alright. So what do you have?
I have Cursed.
Cursed. Cursed is 30 lore at the chapel.
Guess I gotta do it. I'm down to 794.
Butcher's gonna spend 15 coins, get rid of Sickened. Scientist is gonna spend 15.
Oh, we rested, right? Could you have done that before we rested?
I don't think I can use it outside of combat.
Oh.
Because it doesn't have a symbol where you can use it at any time.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I can't be immobilized over here.
Yeah, but you were never anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have pointed it out if you tried to get immobilized.
Yeah.
Telepath is gonna spend 15 coins to get rid of Sickened. And the Scientist is gonna spend 15 coins to get rid of Sickened.
Can I see that sheet? Okay, so and stuff for that. I had to roll a dice when I visited the inn. When I slept. How much gold you got over there for that telepath?
Telepath.
Oh, you're -10 with that stupid thing.
What?
It's trying to boost your defense, but...
Yeah. I had 18 gold, but I got no services left.
Right. Yeah, we need more gold. I do have one more service. I think I'll spend 5 and get a bandage at the physician.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah.
Butcher, I get an extra town service during each town visit because I'm the merchant. So, I'm gonna go to the chapel, and I got an ability of Blessed One. Once per town visit, the butcher may pass Faith 8 while visiting the chapel to gain a blessing for free.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna try that.
Bandage?
Yep. And a fail. So no blessing.
You hardly even tried.
Yeah, I got a 1.
Yeah. Alright, so we did our services.
Yep.
Okay, so we gotta get to the Alchemist.
Yes. So Butcher's the leader right now, and I got a strata 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get a road event. Menagerie, I think? Yeah. A band of robed and hooded cultists approach us. We tried to convince them that we were on their side. The leader must pass speech 6. My speech is +2. I have a boon that lets me reroll a failed skill check, and I have a fossilized knuckle bone that lets me reroll any 1 die. So, with a 3 + 2 is only 5. Yeah, I'm gonna spend this boon and reroll that. With a 9. So, I do succeed and gain 8 lore as they allow you to pass freely.
Yeah, thanks for letting us pass.
Yay, thank you, Moon Priests, for letting us pass.
What are you up to now?
833.
Oh, okay, yeah, close.
Yeah. Alright, and then this will pass to the Archaeologist at nighttime.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna love this. Fearful flight. The cold, dark night frightened our traveling companions beyond their ability to cope. One random militia companion within the group flees in fear of their life back to the safety of town.
There goes
And there goes the priest. That's the only one we got.
Uh-huh.
Make sure you erase those things.
Yeah, I never keep militia companions.
I know, that really sucks. You literally just
either
got
die
it.
or he just runs away.
Yeah.
Alright, so I have 2 nerve and no faith.
Goes on the bottom.
Just a second.
I know. And this gets passed to the scientist on day.
Yes. And I shall move for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sick and the dead. We came across an abandoned cart. Many bodies were piled upon it, causing a putrid stench. A few feet away, we saw the dead bodies of those who were pulling the cart. All characters must pass Ecology 6 or take an infection token.
Alright, white's the other guy.
Red's the telepath, white is the butcher, black
Ooh,
is
I
the
passed both.
scientist. Ecology 6, the scientist passes, but, yeah, the telepath and butcher both fail. So, we get an infection token. So if we have 4 infection tokens, we lose a Vita permanently.
Oh, this blue story mark would be gone.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what this target sign was.
Yeah, but that's probably gone now.
Yep.
Alright.
And what does that infection token do?
If we get 4 of them, we lose a max Vita permanently.
So are we infected?
I guess.
It says gain infection whenever sickened.
Yeah.
When already sickened. So what, you'll get another one of these?
So if you're sickened, and then you take another test to become sickened, and you fail that one, you get an infection token instead.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Alright, yeah. So now this will pass to the scientist at nighttime, or the telepath, I mean.
Okay.
And I have a stride of 5, so I'll move right into the
1,
Alchemist
2,
tower.
3. Arriving at the Alchemist Tower, you firmly knock on his emerald green door. A few minutes pass and you try again, but you are answered by silence. With a deep concern, you turn to depart, but notice a bit of parchment lying a few feet away that must have fallen from the tack you now notice on the door. It reads, "Friends, it is my hope this note reaches you. I leave with haste, for I know of your need to find all the shards. My research has revealed information about an artifact deep within Felloran crypts, matching the description of one of the shards. Surely, if I am right, it will be guarded by a horde of the unliving. I fear the oppressive blackness gathering around the dark spire, and I suspect the Undead Shard will be necessary for you to battle whenever darkness approaches. If you are able to lend aid to my hunt, join me at Felloran Crypt. Continue to finding the Alchemist below."
That's fun around crypt.
You quickly head off in pursuit of the Alchemist, determined to claim the mortal shard. If he has managed to track down the last piece of the seal, it is imperative that you find him as soon as possible. You silently pray that Mora is still safe and not causing any harm to those around her. Travel to Felloran Crypts.
Okay. So this will pass unless we want to do anything in the Alchemist.
I don't think we can, do we?
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing here, can we?
No. But if we have anything in our book, like the Scientist, I got a couple items, but they cost way too much coins.
Oh. Oh yeah, I got something too, but again... Actually, I do have enough.
What is it?
It's 60 coin, and it's a book of lost symbols. Item, exhaust to add +2 to any skill check once per story.
It's not bad.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Alright.
Alright. So it's pass, so I will go.
Yes.
Stride is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright.
We're gonna have problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cut off. The trade routes into town were shut down due to increasing dangers on the road. The market is unavailable in all towns until the start of the next story.
Story. Jeez.
Yeah. That's not terrible, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, pass this.
So the butcher. And then I will move for 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Animal Peddler. A man selling a variety of animals offered me one of them. The leader may buy one animal companion for 25 coins. You may receive a trained one, as with stables in town, for an additional 10 coins. I only have 5 coins, so
Can't afford it.
no animals for me.
That sucks.
But at least nothing bad happened. But then this passes to the Archaeologist.
Got
and it's
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Daytime?
Yep.
Captives. While passing a nearby home, we heard faint screams. Upon entering, we saw no one, but the cries for help grew louder. The leader must pass awareness 6. I got nothing. And I rolled a 4. You are too late. They have been sacrificed. Skirmish with a Strega. Nothing I can do about it.
Nope.
That's going to be pretty horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna. Alright, so put that on the bottom.
Yep.
Since I drew it, you roll.
Alright then. Need another d4 though. 4 and 1.
Man, that curse sucks. Alright. Go ahead and roll.
They're going to attack.
She's at plus 10.
Yep. And they're going to roll a 9, so they miss.
19, so missed.
Yep.
Okay, over here, the Archaeologist. Plus 7, no other effects.
Got a defense of 48.
84.
Alright, very nice. Over here with the Scientist. Plus 7. 42 plus 7 is enough. Over here with the Telepath. 19, so I miss. I'm going to spend a power point and reduce the skirmish counter by 1.
And then, Avenging Madman. With a 46 plus 5.
It's plus 10, I think, because the sword gives you plus 5.
What sword?
It's, what's it? Whitmore's Saber.
Two D4 plus 1 Vorpal.
Doesn't give you plus 5 might? Alright.
Yep, let me just look real quick. Because that could be a big deal.
Yep.
Someone had the Spear of Lu?
Yeah, that's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe I was thinking of that, and that gives it +5 light.
Where did we meet? Oh, yeah, there's Whitmore. If you win the fight, 29 on page 81. Maybe that's where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, +5 might.
Alright then. Yeah, I was thinking of the Spear of Lu.
No, that Moriarty, that somebody had a thing
Oh,
plus
yeah,
5
the
might.
globe.
The globe, yep.
Yeah. Alright, well, either way, Butcher, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna miss. And now it's her turn.
Yep.
And she gets a 45. Plus 10 minus 5, that's still 50 though, so she's gonna hit all of us.
1d4 Vita, and a random character that was hit becomes cursed.
Alright, she does get -1 damage though. 4, so then we all take 3 damage.
Man, we're gonna have a lot of problems. By the time we get there and then do those battles that's in there, Jesus, I couldn't even started it.
Lowest rolls for cursed, I guess, because it's random.
3 and 4?
4 is my lowest, so...
4, 3. So that's the Avenging Madman.
Alright. You gotta roll Occult 5. And
Yeah, it failed.
Alright.
That sucks.
Yep.
Okay, Archaeologist. Misses.
Okay, Scientist. Hits
Alright.
with a 91.
We all roll for searching. Nothing.
No.
And we get 7 coins.
Yay. Except the Butcher gets 8. Scientist is up to 63. Butcher's up to 13. Telepath is up to
33 and 95 for my guys. Archaeologist has the higher number.
Telepath is up to 25.
Man, we're doing terrible on gold.
Yeah.
We need those rumors, what we need.
Mm-hmm.
We keep saying it, but keep not doing it. I don't know how we're going to do this. It's a lot of battles we got coming up.
Yeah.
No, seriously, we're only right here. We gotta go all the way up here. Alright. It's past nighttime.
Yep, to the Scientist. Let's try to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get a root event. Gravesite. We found an unmarked grave beside the road where some unfortunate soul had been hastily buried. Just under the top layer of soil, its angry spirit hovered above it. Any one character must pass Ecology 5 to bury the body properly.
I got Ecology 3. Actually 2 because I'm cursed.
You got Ecology 2, Ecology 2, Ecology 1.
I'll let one of you guys roll it. I'm cursed.
The scientist will roll it because it is the scientist is the leader anyway. With a 7, so I do succeed. You satisfy the spirit and you earn 15 more. So I'm up to 675. Alright, and then this will pass to the Telepath, who has a stride of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The hunt. We spotted a group of deer close to the nearby wood. Time for a hunt. Each character may pass Ecology 5 to go on the hunt. Nothing bad happens if you fail, so...
Alright. Both my guys passed.
Very nice. All 3 of my guys passed, too.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So, successful characters gain 1d4 Vita by filling their bellies with a good meal.
That's what we can roll separately then.
I guess so.
Archaeologist.
Telepath. It's 3.
Avenging Madman.
Butcher
Gets 3.
Gets 4.
That was needed.
And the scientist gets 1. Alright, that's very nice.
Yuck.
This will pass to the Avenging Madman, and it's nighttime.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright.
Mind Reader. A man stumbled down the dark road, holding his ears and yelling at us to stop making noise. I hate when they do this. All characters must pass. Nerve 8 to calm their thoughts or take 1d4 damage from a telepathic wave that explodes from him before he runs off. Those with a psychic keyword receive +4 to the roll.
So that's the Telepath and the Butcher.
Okay, so you get +4 to your roll.
Yes.
That's a nerve 8.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I passed both of mine.
The Telepath and Butcher pass, but as for the Scientist, I have a nerve of +2, so I fail. I rolled a 3, so it's 5, so I fail, so I take a d4 in damage.
1.
Alright. I healed 1 from the deer, and then I took 1 from the Telepath.
From freak.
Mind Reader.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pass this. Daytime to the Butcher.
Who has a stride of 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Unnatural drought. Crops withered and famine took over the land. Our desire to help those in need compelled us to offer aid. The group must donate 30 coins. They may give items to reach the requirement at half their cost. If you cannot meet this condition, everyone loses all positive statuses and companions. So, we can give items
Does
for...
anybody have a positive status? Or a companion?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, let people starve.
Yeah.
I know it's terrible, but we're gaming it right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing for us to lose, so...
We don't got lots of money, and we can let them starve. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're kind of suffering, too.
Uh-huh. We'll pass this to the Archaeologist.
+5, or gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then we get a rub event.
It's nighttime?
Yep.
2 hunters emerged from the countryside, dragging deer carcasses. They needed help getting their kills back to town. The group may take them as mission companions. Each fills a companion slot and bring them to a town to gain 15 coins each.
Nice.
Alright, well, we got no other companions, so might as well take these guys, right?
Yep.
Alright, let's put it right here. Alright, daytime for the scientist.
Alright. And I only have a strat of 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just outside.
Ghoul bounty. A bearded man approached to ask if we were interested in a bounty for a group of ghouls that inhabited a local cemetery. If you accept, skirmish with flesh-eating ghouls with their skirmish counter at maximum. He gives each character 20 coins as an additional reward. We're not doing that.
No, we can't. We're just too beat up.
Yeah. Alright, so this will pass to the telepath, who will walk into the...
Fellow Ron Cripps.
Yes.
We didn't even start at the battle. That's kind of crazy. The surface above the underground labyrinth of crypts reveals no clues, and you are unsure where the alchemist was headed. Wandering the area, you eventually come upon a collection of crumbling pillars surrounding what appears to be a dais made of ancient marble. Story skill check, awareness 10. All characters, 1 success is needed. Do you notice anything unusual about this area? So we all do an awareness check.
Yes. 1 success is needed.
I got no bonus over here. I got +1 there, but I'm -1 because I'm cursed.
Butcher has no bonus. Scientist has +2. And Telepath has +2. Alright, the Scientist got a 9. +2 is 11, so I do succeed.
Okay, all characters, 1 success needed. Read story moment 4 on page 79. You notice a fragment of cloth that looks remarkably similar to that of the alchemist's robes, stuck to the stones of the dais. He must have come through here. The leader gains the blue story marker. Continue with the story.
The leader does, so that's the telepath right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You're gonna die later. After additional searching, you realize that the alchemist's tracks stop here, but you are unsure of where he could have gone. You scour the stone. Okay. You scour the stone dais and the surrounding area only to realize in the center of the platform is a hidden trapdoor. But how does it open? Map setup. The Bone Isle Graveyard Showdown.
Okay.
Bone Isle Graveyard Showdown. That's a lot.
That doesn't sound very fun. Ah. Here it is. Oh yeah, it is Bone Isle Graveyard Showdown.
Need a search token.
Alright.
Goes in that grave spot. You need to shuffle up and give us 3 leaf piles.
3 leaf piles. Alright.
Place 1 here.
Alright.
Place 1 here. Place 1 here. We all start here. And somebody's gonna go right there. Okay. Primary goals. Investigate the stone dice by performing the map skill check. Map skill check trickery 10. Any adjacent character. Can you figure out a way to open the lock? Optional goals. Investigate all search locations. Flip these leaf pile tokens over to see what you find. If a snare is revealed, we gotta read a story moment.
Okay.
We don't have to really do that.
No.
Stride is -1 while on this map because you are carefully searching for clues. At the end of every round on this map, the leader must roll a d10. If you roll a 1 to 4, something bad happens, and a 5 to 10, nothing happens.
So we don't want to stay here very long.
No.
Alright then. So,
Who's got the best trickery?
yes. I got +1 with the telepath.
I'm at +1 over here.
I'm at +1 with the butcher.
I'm at -1 over here, so he ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. I'm at +1 trickery. Should I be at +1 trickery? I don't think so. No, I think I never erased that from being respected.
That would affect your speech too.
Yeah. So the butcher's got the best trickery because he's got +1.
And then so does the
Archaeologist.
Alright.
So
The Avenging Madman could probably go over and search where somebody can. Or maybe you. It's your turn, right?
yeah. Do you have any like reroll? Alright.
Yeah, I do actually, but yeah,
Alright.
I do.
Well, it is the Telepath's turn. I'm gonna head over here to this leaf pile, I guess, and investigate that.
I thought we were going to do the search token.
Alright, we'll do the search token.
Because if you roll a snare, something's going to happen.
Yeah. So I'll do the search token. With a 7. 7 is nothing, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we should mess with the leaves.
I don't think
I don't want to roll a snare.
Yeah. Alright. Avenging Madman, do you want to do anything?
It's -1, so I can move 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to come over here.
Alright. Butcher. I guess I'll attempt that, because I got reroll any 1 die.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
You do have one of those, too.
I do have one of those, yes. So I need a 9 or better. Or need a 8 or better. And I got 2 shots at it. With a 1. So I'm gonna exhaust the fossilized knuckle bone for the rest of the story to reroll any 1 die. With a 6. And that's not enough.
Okay, failure. You disturb the dead with your aimless attempts to open the door. Skirmish with a revenant.
Alright then. That's probably not very good. Yeah, he's not good. So I'm the controller, so that means that, or no, I'm the first player, so that means that you're the controller.
Okay, I'm the controller.
Yep.
God, looks badass right there.
Yeah.
Oh, an 8, of course.
Mmm.
I rolled maximum that I could possibly roll.
That's not very good.
Nope, nope, nope. And after this, the door then unlocks and you may skip to the Undead Shard on page 40. But that's not good.
He's got plus 15 defense might, or he's actually got, yeah, plus 15 might.
And he hits everybody?
Yep. For 1d4 plus 1 Vita, if you die from this attack, you pass into limbo and do not become a ghost.
So it's 1d4 plus 3.
Yes. It's plus 2 damage from his being 8.
2.
Alright.
So we all lose 5.
Ah.
Remember, he gets plus 5 defense too.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 51.
Yeah, and that's not very fun.
Nope. This is done.
Yes. And then our turn, starting with the Telepath. I got a 49, plus 3, plus 5, plus 8.
That'll do 1.
Yep, so he goes down, and I'll spend a power point, use Psychic Implosion.
Okay. Bending Madman. Misses.
Alright. Butcher. Misses.
Archaeologist. Misses.
Scientist. Misses.
Damn. That was craptacular.
Yep. He still attacks for plus 2 damage.
Yep.
And he's gonna hit everyone again. I guess I'll roll this time.
Roll.
Yeah.
He hits everybody.
Alright then. So, 1d4 plus 3.
Yeah. Another 5. Wow.
Yep.
We haven't done the big battle. This is nothing.
He just did 50 damage, though.
There's not one, but there's 2 big battles coming, actually.
Mm. Telepath.
Yep.
Misses. I'm gonna use Psychic Implosion.
Okay. Bending Madman. Hits.
Very nice. Butcher. 36.
Unless you got
No,
plus
I
10.
miss.
Yeah. Archaeologist. Will hit.
Very nice. Scientist. Will hit. Alright.
Okay, and then he goes.
Yep.
He hits everybody.
But only for 1d4 plus 1.
2. Still.
Still, the stupid Revenant did 58 points of damage
Yeah.
among the group.
We better hope we get 2 hits here.
Yep. Telepath. Misses, but I'm gonna use Psychic Implosion.
Avenging Madman. Misses.
Butcher. Misses.
Archaeologist. Misses. No, that's a 30. Yeah, misses.
Scientist. Misses.
Wow!
It's gonna attack us again.
He misses.
He is plus 15.
22.
39.
39.
He's gonna hit the Telepath. He's gonna hit the Butcher. No one else.
5.
4. He's at -1.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Yep.
I don't see how we're going to win the next 2 fights.
I was at 22 when this battle started, and now I'm at 6.
And I don't know how we're going to win these next 2 fights.
Nope. Telepath. That's a 25, so I missed.
Don't use a power... We need power
Yeah.
points for this upcoming battles. This is
Yeah,
only
I
a
know.
thing. This is nothing. Alright.
He's dead.
We each get 8 coins.
Yeah.
Damn, what the hell did I eat today? Yeah,
Butcher gets 9 coins.
we're in trouble, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I saw what's coming.
So hope we can avoid it. But we probably can't.
No. This kind of killed us right here. It literally did. We're all in our 20s till this happened.
Yeah. I'm at 8, 6, and 8.
Yeah, you get a couple hits and that's it.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever. We'll play Marvel Champions. See what happens. Alright.
Oh yeah, we never played tracks yet, so we could, but whatever.
These are all good. Oh, we gotta roll for our items.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
The Butcher gets an item.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get out for a shuffle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a Sharpening Stone. It's a consumable. Add +1 damage to 1 melee weapon for the current chapter.
Mm.
That's cool.
Okay, we go to the Undead Shard. Wow. Alright. You begin to hear a faint buzzing sound, almost inaudible. As you continue down the passage, the sound becomes deeper, resonating through your chest. The corridor opens to a large crypt, and you stop abruptly at the archway. When you see vile undead roaming, as if looking for something hiding in the shadows. In the center of the room, atop a large sarcophagus, spins a triangular stone fragment. Hovering several inches above the lid of the stone edifice, humming a deep sound as it revolves on an invisible axis, the alchemist stands close by, rigid as a statue, ignored by the undead around him. His eyes have gone black. Not a hint of white remains. You call out to him in alarm, but he stares at you and lifts out his hand as if in greeting. The shard begins to spin faster, the incessant buzzing shaking your bodies as it accelerates. Black energy suddenly shoots from the alchemist's hand and strikes the air beside you, causing an ear-shattering explosion of sound. Your ears bleed and your mind hurtles out of control as the shard's energy attempts to dominate you. Oh man. A random character loses 2 vita from the black energy of the shard. 5 and an 8.
6, 4, and 10. So that's the butcher.
Oh man. They must pass Nerve 4 or be controlled by the shards during the first round of combat.
Alright then.
The controller uses them as a creature against a group attacking with their equipped weapons. Characters immune to possession are not affected by this mind control.
My nerve is plus 3 though, so I pass.
That was a big one.
Yes.
Okay, map setup. Use Tomb Tile.
Okay.
That looks like it.
Yeah, that's it. 2.
Okay. We need another red die.
Okay.
I was gonna get that damn thing too. I need 4 of those things with a star.
Oh. Summoning. Spawn.
Oh yeah. We're gonna need 2 restless spirits and 2 infested.
Okay.
Well, why don't you give those to me and you look for the miniatures?
Oh yeah. Two restless spirits, 2 infested.
Sure.
Alright.
What the infested look like?
Yeah, they look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a rest of spirit. Put the other one there. And infested goes up there. Alright. We start here. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Primary goals. Get all characters. The Alchemist does not need to be moved. To the exit zone to continue to the Shards Reclaimed on page 41. Both map skill checks must be completed before you may do this.
Okay.
Okay, this one here. Map skill check 1, Occult 8, any adjacent character. Free the Alchemist from the Undead Shard's power. This one, that's the big one.
Mm-hmm.
Faith 10, any adjacent character. +1 to the roll for every tracking token the group possesses. Grab the spinning shard from the sarcophagus.
That one's gonna be difficult.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna hurt every time we fail.
Yep.
Optional goals: defeat all foes on the map. At the end of every round on this map, all characters within 2 spaces of the central sarcophagus lose 1 Vita and 1 power point as the Undead Shard drains the life from the living. Ghost characters, on the other hand, recover 1 ghost point in these spaces. So we gotta get up there, but we're gonna lose stuff.
Yes.
Encounter. At the end of every round, repopulate the map so that there are 4 undead creatures, 2 of each of the ones listed above. They will each spawn from a random spawn point, represented by tracking tokens. If a spawn point is already occupied, place the creature in an adjacent space. If the group has the blue story marker, they gain +5 might and +5 defense during this encounter.
Okay, so that's for the whole group.
At the end of every round that the Alchemist is under control of the Undead Shard, he will strike a random character. Oh my gosh. Regardless of line of sight, with black energy. They will lose 2 Vita and must pass Nerve 4 or be controlled by the Shard during the next turn. If the entire group dies, continue to overcome by death on page 41.
That's not very fun.
And this is the exit zone.
Yes.
So we gotta run, get these, and then get out. We don't have to move him, but we got control of him.
Yes.
Matter of fact, the Alchemist token, Far East Alchemist. I don't know if he's in there.
Yeah.
Here he is right here.
Okay.
That's the Far East Alchemist.
We do have this figure though, if we want to use that.
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How often do we get to do that? Okay.
There he is.
So, who's got any faith?
I got
Nothing.
+1 faith. I got no faith. I got no faith.
And you got bonuses over there, right? Like
yeah,
to
I
reroll?
got out of D6.
That could be big.
Yep.
Depends on that D6, though.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
I'm way over here, though.
What's your stride?
5.
So you can get there in one turn.
Yes.
And then, who's good with occult?
I got +2. I got +1. I got +1.
I got +2. And I got add a D6. So I can run and try to get this. You can run and try to get this. After that, we can just run here.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll be 2 turns on this map.
Yep.
And if we can get the first strike, we only get 1 attack against us. And don't forget we got that other item too, which gives us plus something.
+5 might and attack if we want to. Might and defense if we want to use that.
Oh, I think we do.
Yeah.
And then we already got +5
Mm-hmm.
might and defense too because of the blue story marker.
Yes.
So we can get +10 and +10.
Yes. And that's pretty nice.
That is very nice.
Here's the foe trackers for the infested. Right and left.
Yep, 35 each. I know it gives us lore and gold, but I'm not worried about killing these things. I just don't want to die.
Yeah.
But special powers. Infested will attack the characters moving out of adjacent spaces. This counts as a free attack that occurs before the character can move out of the space.
That's not very fun.
Nope. What's their special power?
Characters suffer -10 defense unless they pass Faith 5 at the start of the encounter. And the Restless Spirit is ethereal.
Yeah, it's that Revenant. If we would have
Yeah.
passed that, we'd be actually in pretty good shape.
Yep. Can we choose to attack or defend in encounters?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I might defend.
Yeah, we're all gonna defend. If we're not gonna bother fighting these guys, we may as well defend.
Yeah, we just don't have the capability to fight these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all at -10 might, but we're all going to be at +.
10 defense, yes.
Yeah.
But we suffer -10 defense unless we pass Faith 5.
We all have to do this now.
Yep.
All right, the black one will be the Avenging Madman.
The white will be the Telepath, black will be the Butcher, and percentile will be the Scientist.
Avenging Madman fails.
Scientist fails.
So it's -10 defense.
Yep.
So we're even.
Yeah.
They're even. He gets actually the +10.
I get the +10 over here with
Okay.
both my guys. Plus the +5 from the...
Now, when does that thing happen? On your turn, probably?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I do get +5, though.
Alright, that's good.
Yep. This is the big roll, actually.
Yes. I'm the leader over here, so I roll for us.
3.
Alright. 8.
7.
Very nice.
Cool, we get to go first. That's kind of big.
Yes.
If we can make it count.
Mm-hmm. Starting with the Telepath. I don't want that guy to hit me.
Well, why don't you take advantage to start?
I'm gonna take advantage to start.
Yeah.
Recover 4 Vina. Then, I got an ability, Psychokinesis. Push 2 a target in any direction. That costs 2 power points, but because I'm telekinetic, you are fond of your ability to throw another being with the force of your mind. Use 1 less power point when using the Psychokinesis ability. So I get to use 1 power point, and I can throw him aside so he won't attack me.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend a power point, I'm going to push him over here, and then I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's good.
Why don't you even get closer? Look.
Oh yeah, over there.
And then you go 1, 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the big one.
I'm going to try this. I'm going to use this boon to add a d6 to any die roll. So it's d10 and d6, and it's plus 1, because it's faith. But we have that, so I'm trying to get a 10 or higher.
Really?
Yeah.
What about 8 or higher?
Oh yeah, 8 or higher.
Yeah.
On the dice.
Right.
Trying to roll an 8 or higher.
Yeah.
With both dice. Combined. There's
Wow.
a 5 and a 9, so don't even need the solstice.
So, grab the spinning shard. Success, read story number at 124 on page 87. You grab the shard using your faith to protect from its attempts to dominate you. If the alchemist is still under the shard's influence, you immediately succeed with map skill check 1 and should read its success outcome.
Ooh, very
Wow.
nice.
The shard will no longer drain Vita or power points, nor will undead spawn at the end of each round. However, the undead in the room are still a threat. You may either finish them off or head to the exit zone.
I think we should leave.
That's pretty huge, though.
Yeah,
so pretty much
very
all the
huge.
stuff is gone.
All the bad stuff.
You know what, let's just take these right off the board.
Yep.
They're not going to be needed anymore. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
Damn, I didn't even know to do that first either.
Mm-hmm.
That I would have been pissed if I would have come over here and failed that.
Yeah. So we read the success.
You immediately succeed.
Mm-hmm.
With map skill check 1, read says outcome. Okay.
Very nice.
Freed of the shard's power, the alchemist destroys a random undead creature regardless of line of sight.
Ooh.
At the start of the group's turn until the group transitions from the map. So every turn he's going to kill one of these things.
That's nice.
You might want to stay.
I think we should stay.
Characters do not see rewards from creatures killed in this manner.
Oh, I think we should leave.
Yeah. Alright, I don't know. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. So he's not under the control, so he don't blast us.
Yeah.
This little end of the round thing doesn't happen anymore. So yeah, pretty much everything is, they're just normal.
Yep.
Nothing else negative, so this is actually gone. Wow, that's pretty cool. The start of the group's turn. So next turn he'll do that, okay.
Yes.
Alright, so right now, yeah, all we gotta do is get to the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that exhaust once per story or once per chapter?
It's once per story.
Oh, per story.
Yes.
So maybe we don't want to do that then, since we already got a bonus anyway. Alright, so I suggest we don't do that.
Yeah.
Because
we're not gonna fight these guys anyway.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, do we need lore, man.
Mm.
I'm like 16 from leveling up here. I know you're close. Somebody's close over there.
Yeah. How much health do the infested have?
35.
Yeah, we can't.
They hit hard too.
We can't kill any of these guys before the Alchemist does.
It's random, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are low.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna gain if we gain lore and gold, but then turn into ghosts. Especially
Yeah.
you over there.
Especially me, because I'll just die.
I'm tired of that limbo thing because
Mm-hmm.
keep not getting anything, but you're gonna get any bonus.
I'm way behind.
Yes, you are.
I'm not even at 700 yet. Whereas everyone else is at 800.
Mm. Wow. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't cheat here. I think we should just go.
I think we should just go.
Yeah, that was the plan anyway. Let's just rock it out.
Just leave.
Yep.
It's now the
Problem
Avenging
is though they do
Madman's
get
turn.
free attacks.
Yes.
Whose turn is it?
Avenging Madman.
They're gonna come and get it, but at least they won't get the free attack.
Yeah.
Are these ranged?
They are.
So they won't block our path at least. That's what I was worried about. Them moving up. It's like, oh man, how are we gonna get around these jerks? Boy, that's a lot of lore, man. That's 60 lore right there.
We can't kill them.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm getting
Alchemist
stupid.
will just kill them for us. And
Yep, yep.
Then they just will die.
Yep. That's cool, man. This is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I said there was 2 battles, we happened to miss the one battle because we made that roll with that blue marker.
That's nice.
Otherwise, we'd have had to fight a whole nother battle. So that's why I was like, man, 2 battles is gonna be rough. This is cool. I like how they really balance it. I did not know that was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good that you did that.
Yeah.
All right. Stride is only a 4.
It'd be faster to go this way.
Okay, Butcher.
Butcher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Archaeologist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Scientist. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That all you got is a 4?
Yep.
Okay, gotta survive.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just close this up because everything else is done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's got the highest health? Probably the rest of spirits. Oh no,
Infested.
Infested.
They have 28.
Yep, they
But
are.
the thing is that they're ethereal, but yeah.
They're ethereal.
No, the rest of spirits. So that's why they got less health.
Oh, okay.
Because it'll be harder.
So they have a stride of 4.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. He cannot reach us.
Very nice.
There's no better way. That's a wall here. I don't know how well you guys can see this map. I know. I wish I had an overhead camera. We're more professional, but we're not.
Yeah.
All right.
And this other guy, he's gonna head over here, I guess.
And it'll be a roll off.
Between the scientist and your 2 characters.
And White's always the archaeologist.
8.
2 and a 4, so it's going to attack the archaeologist.
Alright.
I just always don't want to forget things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I did not fail my check, so I'm actually at a 41, 51. I'm at a 56 defense. That's with the blue story marker.
Alright, and the defending.
Yes.
Alright, and they're
Yeah.
at...
Yeah. So this marker, you can either get that or the attack. Attack is just normal. This is plus 10 defense and then minus 10 might. And in our case, we're not really going to fight because we're kind of cowards and we're running away.
Yeah. What's their might bonus?
It is midnight, so it is plus 20.
Jeez.
Yeah.
With a 56. So
Well,
you're
plus
gonna
20 is 70. Yeah, and it's a 6.
Yep.
Rotting flesh. Your flesh burns with the ichor dripping from the infested. Lose 1d4 Vita and gain a corrosion token. So you roll.
Oh, yeah.
It's always the controller.
1.
I need a corrosion token.
Here you go.
Now what's happening with this? Lose 1 Vita for 4 rounds.
Yes.
So I'll put it down to 4 and count down.
So at the start of your turn...
And it does have a space on this playmat. Which,
Perfect.
just so you guys know, I probably say every video, these playmats came from... I don't know where I got these playmats from, honestly. Maybe they came with the Kickstarter, I think. Or did I buy them off of some site? I can't remember. They're pretty good playmats, but I can't remember where I got them from.
I don't think we got them from the Kickstarter.
No, I
because
think I got them from the
I
Kickstarter. Oh, you know what,
remember,
too? There's a whole Folklore, the Affliction site with all this printable stuff. And
with all the new artifacts?
I think so. I think it does have the artifacts. Like, they'll look like this, so you cut them out.
That
and you
might
have little,
be nice.
I
Yeah.
think it has, but it's got all kinds of stuff. It's got like some fan-made stories and stuff. It's pretty huge. I saw it once. I don't know where I saw it once or twice. I don't know.
Does it have like the custom foes?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I can't recall, but I know it's pretty neat. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
So maybe if you people want to look that up, I can't remember where I even saw it. I know I saw it on the internet somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
That really narrows it down.
Well, no, I think it was Greenbrier Games. I think it was that's who makes this, and I think it was their site.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. We're getting distracted here.
Yes, we are.
Okay, now it's the rest of spirits.
I guess we'll start with that one over there.
Okay. And it's range.
Yep. You can't see anybody right now.
Because of the wall.
Yes. You might be able to see the scientist, actually. No, he cannot.
No, they have to go from a corner. Yeah.
Because if we were to take a straight line, that would go through the wall.
Yeah.
So he cannot see anybody. So he's gonna move so he can see anybody.
What's the movement?
Oh, he has a stride of 5.
We'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And blocks our path. You know we can't get here, right?
Of course he does.
We have to go all the way around. And then they're going to move again.
That's not good. Unless the Alchemist kills him.
The Alchemist doesn't, we're stuck in here again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be probably one of these 3.
Yep.
Can't take all the hit.
8.
1. It's Avenging Madman.
Alright. 77. 7 is Psychic Assault. The rest of Spirit sends out a wave of psychic energy. Lose 1d6 Vita and 1 power point.
And there's the PowerPoint.
5.
I'll do another PowerPoint to do keep it coming. Ignore 1d4 damage, even in the skirmish. 3.
That's good.
Now there's 2.
Alright.
The other one.
Yep. It's between us 3.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get closer.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if he comes here, I think he can see everybody.
He can, yes.
Yes. Okay, so everybody rolls. 8 and 10.
Oh, I forgot to roll the other two guys. I got a 9, 5 and a 3. 3 is a telepath.
Did you fail your thing? So what's your defense?
I passed my thing. The scientist failed. No, wait.
Avenging Madman failed. I think you failed.
I think the scientist failed, and Avenging Madman failed. Yes.
I know I failed.
I know you failed. I think the scientist failed. Either we both failed or the scientist failed. We both succeeded and the scientist failed. Alright.
So what's your defense?
Defense is 32 plus 15 is 47.
And what's their plus for midnight?
Plus 13.
Yeah, hits. 64.
4 is torment. Feeling horrible anguish, you lose 1d4 Vina and cannot use abilities until you pass nerve 5 during your next turn.
4. What's that undead thing? No, that passive. That new thing you just got.
Oh yeah, when you are hit by an undead attack, you recover 1 power point, but he's spirit.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What's undead? The teeth, right?
Yep.
Oh, man. Of course. Yeah. Alright, start of our turn.
Alchemist, save us.
So, let's make it 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Please give me a 3. That's a 2.
1, 2. So I might as well just put it away because we don't get anything from it. And remember, if we move, though, we get attacked by that infestor.
Oh, of course we do.
So we might as well try to attack them.
I guess so.
Because, yeah, we're going to get attacked if we move anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well. Yeah, if you move out of adjacent spaces. Yep, so we're kind of in this for the long haul, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to be able to run. I don't want to take a free attack.
No.
So then whose turn is it?
The telepath.
And where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay.
So, go over there and attack him?
We might as well, because otherwise he's going to run over here, they're going to move, because he'll move back over here. Well, he'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he'll come back here.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't matter.
With an 89, so I do hit.
Any bonuses? Anything happens?
Femur gets plus 1d4 versus undead creatures, so I roll for 2d4.
Alright, just make sure you declare next time what you're going to use.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had a ranged weapon and a melee weapon and a gun.
Oh, you did go over there. Okay. But just so they know, too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to yell so you guys can hear because we don't have mics because we're poor.
I have plus 1 damage bonus, so it's 2d4 plus 1. With 5 damage, 6 damage.
But -2?
Why is it -2?
Ethereal. Oh, it's not ethereal, sorry.
Yeah.
I was looking right at this person when.
So, 6 damage.
And that's going to be the left one.
Yes.
35 minus 6 will be 29.
The left one died, not the right one.
Yeah, this is the right one. Yeah, that's right.
Alright.
Alright, Avenging Madman. I'm just going to turn around and attack.
Yep.
My might is... Oh I'm pretty stupid the other day.
What?
A minus 10 might.
From?
Defending.
Defending, yes.
But plus 5. So I'm minus 5 might. But then I'm plus 5 might normally, so I'm just even.
Yeah.
33.
Alright. He's
What?
got a defense of...
55.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah.
Butcher. I'm gonna attack... Oh yeah, I'm gonna head over here. Then I'm gonna attack with my steel meat tenderizer. With a 61.
You minus 10 might though?
I am minus 10, but I'm plus 7.
Okay.
So it's minus 3, so I do hit. And that does 1d4 plus 2. Plus my damage bonus, which is 2. Plus the Avenging Madman's Avenger ability, which is 3. Or which is 1. So I'm at a total of 5. Plus strength in numbers. For every ally that has attacked your target in the current round, gain plus 1 damage for your attack. So that's another plus 2. So it's 1d4 plus 7.
Don't do anything yet though. I also have Chomper. Your feral ways to degrade you into biting your enemies. You may make an extra attack during your turn on a hit, inflicting 1d4 damage. I did hit,
Very nice.
so it will be
I don't know if that's very healthy though.
3 damage. I'm an Avenging Madman, I don't care.
Yeah.
29 minus 3 is what, buddy?
Is 27. No, 26.
Sure.
Yep. Alright, 1d4 plus 7. That's a 4. That's, 7 plus 4 is 11. It's 11 damage. It's down to,
15.
15, yes.
Well, he hits hard.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want you to be possessed, because they used the weapons.
Yeah.
So that was actually, that roll was vital.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're not out of the woods yet, though. Someone's going to probably turn into a ghost here.
It's probably gonna be the butcher.
Yep. Alright, Archaeologist.
Archaeologist.
I'm just going to turn around.
Yep.
So I'm minus 10, but plus the 5, so I'm minus 5.
First you take a damage, though. From the corrosion.
Okay, so I'm 3 turns left on that. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
So minus 10 because I defended. Plus 5 because of the blue story marker, so I'm minus 5. I'm normally plus 7, so I'm actually plus 2.
Okay.
With a 92.
Very nice.
Which because 94. And I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to use 1 power point to do Crack the Whip, deal additional 1d4 damage on a hit with a weapon type.
With a whip type.
Whip type.
Yep.
So I'm at 1d6 plus the 1d4. What are you doing?
Whip is two-handed, so you roll 2
Oh,
and
yeah.
pick the best.
And I'm at plus 1 because I'm Avenging Madman. And then plus 1 is my... So I'm at plus 3.
Very nice.
And I get to pick... But I'm actually sickened.
Oh, so you pick the... So, just roll 1. Because you pick the best and you pick the worst. So...
Yeah, yeah. So and I wouldn't normally roll twice, or roll. Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll 1.
Yeah.
Pathetic. I rolled a 1 and a 1,
No,
so that's 5.
damage.
Damn, I could have got him down to like 5 points.
Yeah.
I was
you coulda
really
killed him.
hoping. I know.
Um,
Damn it. I hate when that
Science
happens.
is- I'm gonna attack him. With a 35.
And you're minus 10 and...
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss.
Yeah, okay.
There's no way I'm getting up to 55.
Nope. Alright, they're gonna go.
Yep.
this guy. Gonna come here, and it's gonna be a roll up between us three.
Yes.
9 and 5.
7.
So what's the Archaeologist?
Alright.
Defense is a 41, 51, 56.
And he's gonna roll a 99.
Ooh, but he didn't get 100.
Yep, that's good. But it's a 9.
Contagion. Disease limbs strike out at you, lose 4 Vita, and gain an infection token.
Ugh. We're gonna need to punch another infection token out. Yeah.
What did it look like? The eye?
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, there's one of those. Just punching it out.
Thank you.
There's 2 of those. There's an infection token I'll take, and then there's 2 more. And there's a wine thing.
Holy water.
Holy water.
That's pretty much wine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Ugh, I can't get hit again, buddy.
Yeah. That was that infested. So now the rest of spirit will go, and it's a roll off between.
No, that's only 1 and oh yeah.
Yep.
It's a roll up between us.
Yep, all of us.
3 and 8.
9 and 8 and 10.
He's hitting the Archaeologist again.
Of course he is. Plus 13. And with a 91. 1 is Torment. Feeling horrible anguish, you lose 1d4 Vita, and cannot use your abilities unless you pass near 5 during your next turn. 1 Vita.
Just so I don't forget, I'm rolling a nerve check now, because
Yeah.
I'm going to forget if I don't do this now.
Mm-hmm.
A 10, so I make it.
Alright, good.
But we got another Infector.
Yep.
And all I gotta roll off.
Yep.
7 and 3.
5, 8, and 10.
So it's the Avenging Madman.
Yep. It's a 59.
I got a 43, 53,
He's got plus 20 though.
58. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And of course it's a 9.
Disease limbs strike out, lose 4 Vita, and gain an infection token. Yeah, I can go 1 more round and I die.
Oh, that's not fun.
Nope. Alright, our turn. Roll 6-sided, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't hit the wounded one. 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very nice.
Yeah, but it didn't help us.
Kinda did.
Well, not really. We can't escape.
Yeah. Telepath. I'm gonna attack this infested with my femur. And I'm gonna grab a 58. 58 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 minus 10. That's still hit. Because it's plus 3. So.
What's his armor
What do you
or
mean?
defense?
His defense?
Oh yeah, 55.
Yeah.
Did you hit a 55 then?
Yes, I got a 58 plus 3, which is 61.
But minus 10.
No, I got plus 3, plus 5 because of the femur, plus 5 because of the blue star marker.
So that cancels that out.
So that cancels out
okay.
the minus 10.
Okay.
So it's plus 3. Alright, I got 2d10 with the femur, plus 1, plus 2 actually, because of the Avenging Madman.
2d10.
2d4. I mean.
Oh, I was gonna say, holy crap, dude. That's a powerful femur.
Yeah. Alright, but that is 5 damage. 7 damage, actually.
Alright, down to 3.
Nice.
Bending Madman. I'm a wash.
You're a wash?
Yeah, no bonuses or minuses because of all the math. $86. Oh, 2d4. I forgot what I was using there for a minute.
Oh, yeah. He's dead.
5, 6, 7, 8. This one will actually get.
Yay.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Take him off the board.
Yes, a bunch of Lauren coins.
I'll put him up here so you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Alright then. Butcher. 4, 5. I'll attack him with my steel meat tenderizer. That's an 80 plus 2 actually, with all the math. So that's 1d4 plus 2, not plus 1, not plus 2. So it's 1d4 plus 4. With a 2, so that is 6 damage, so that is 4 damage because he's ethereal. But this meat tenderizer is crushing it, so when he attacks us, he gets -1 damage.
Okay.
Yes. Alright, Archaeologist.
Got a range of 2, so I'm just going to stay where I am. I'm at +2 after all the math. 97.
Ooh, nice.
No sense in using a point because he's going to die.
Yeah.
I do roll another.
No, because you're still second.
Oh, I'm still second, yes.
Yes. So just the d6.
What's he at? 24. Yeah, we can't kill him.
Yeah.
That's 5, 6. 7 -2 is 5.
5 damage. Alright, so that is... he's down to 19. Okay, infection's only 5 coins, so it's not that expensive.
Oh, I do gotta do the corrosion.
Oh yeah.
So I lost
Another Vina.
I got no bandages either. Down to 4. That Rusted Spirit hits me.
Yeah.
Alright,
Scientist. I'm gonna head over here. Spirit's not gonna hit you, it's gonna move away.
oh, that is true.
I'm gonna spend a power point. Heal an adjacent ally for 2 Vita. With Surgeon's Apprentice.
Don't forget you got your little thing there
I do
too.
have my smelling salts. I'm gonna do that too. And also heal the Butcher. Exhaust to heal 1 Vita to 1 target.
Okay.
Yes. Alright, and then I shall attack this Restless Spirit.
How many power points you got?
5. Max.
Can you get rid of my second?
Oh yeah. Before I left, I would have gotten rid of your second with Tincture.
Why did it say adjacent?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for getting rid of that.
Yeah.
That's killing me.
Mm-hmm.
It just costs so much to
Yeah.
redo. Okay, good. That's good.
Alright, then I'll attack this Restless Spirit with my Stiletto. That's a 95, so that will hit. It's 1d4 plus damage bonus, which is 1, plus I get flank bonus, which is 1, because there's an ally next to the target, so that's how flank kicks in. With a 4, so that is 4 damage. With all the ethereal and stuff.
Yep.
Alright, he's down to 17. But now it's his turn. He's gonna step back. Just 1.
Yeah, so it can see 2 people.
And then it's a roll off. White will be the butcher, black will be the scientist. It's the butcher. He has a defense of 36 plus 10 plus 5 is
51.
51, yes.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna hit.
65.
5. Psychic Assault. Restless Spirit sends out a wave of psychic energy. Lose 1d6 Vita and 1 power point.
Damn.
Oh yeah, you gotta roll that.
Hopefully I'll roll low.
Mm,
3.
could be worse.
Yeah.
And then the Alchemist kills Restless
Okay, then
Spirit.
start and just blast it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put that
He's
away.
dead. Yay.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We each get 30 lore and 9 coins.
I'm up to 705 lore for the scientist and 80 coins.
967 for lore and 50 coins for the Avenging Madman.
Butcher has 863 lore and 31 coins.
$824 lore for the Archaeologist, along with 112 coins. And I'm gonna get something.
The Telepath has 42 coins and 908 lore.
Okay, so I went up to 950 for the lore progression table on the back of your things here and the back there. So, ooh boy. Well, +1 ability point. So I'm at 1.
That's good.
And then this says either gain +1 to my damage bonus, or you may reduce the skirmish counter by 2 when you successfully attack.
Ooh.
That could be pretty huge in skirmishes. And we got a lot of traveling to do. I think I might take that. Instead of 1, I move it twice.
That's good.
That could be very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, +1 damage bonus is nice, but doesn't help. It gives us something in skirmishes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You already have tons of damage.
Yep. So did the butcher go up?
Butcher,
Somebody went up, right?
I'm at 863, I'm at 700.
Yeah, so you must have went up then. It's 850, right?
No, it's 800.
Oh, damn it. So none of you guys went up?
Yep, 705, I'm at 908.
Now I went up 824 over here, but I had already done my 800. I lost 30 lore when I had to get rid of my curse. So that's why, if you're wondering, you don't get it again.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put this away first. Yeah, I get a little panicky, but not as bad this game. But
yeah.
they balance it really well. I like that was awesome that you did that.
That was the key.
That was definitely the key. And we didn't know that because I was going to go to him first, so that was really cool, actually.
If we failed that, we probably would have lost.
Yeah, somebody would have been ghosts at least.
Yeah.
You know, we might not have lost, but somebody would have been. There would have been a couple of us ghosts. I'm down to 4 and 6 over here.
I'm down to 4, 8, and 8.
Oh boy, yeah,
We're
might
all
have.
in the single digits.
Yeah, and luckily we missed that first attack because he moved over here and couldn't get to us.
Mm-hmm.
And that was awesome too, pushing him. That's a great use of an ability.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah, that. Telepath you are?
Yeah. Telekinetic.
What's your little, your thing, your chosen profession?
Telekinetic.
Oh, that's it, okay.
Yes, I'm the telepath, but I'm telekinetic.
Oh, okay, I see.
Which allows me to use 1 less power point with psychokinesis, and also I get +1 range with thrown weapons.
Right. And were you ever hit by an undead?
I don't think so.
Because you got that thing.
Yeah, I was hit by a restless spirit, but that's it.
Yep. Okay. That's everything. We can search.
We can search.
You get 1.
Yeah.
Nothing.
2 successes over here. That's the butcher and the scientist.
Okay. Which do you want first?
Butcher. It's Greek fire. Place 3 flame tokens adjacent to each other on the map, and it's got a range of 3, and it's consumable.
What does that do? Just
You can throw it, and it's range 3. You get to place 3 flame tokens, which do lose 1d4 Vita if you step in it, and lose 1 Vita if you're adjacent to it.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So just throw it at the enemy.
Ooh, look at that.
You got long knives, which take up 2 hands. They give you +5 might and razor 1.
Oh wow.
I like that more than the stiletto, definitely.
And what does razor do again?
Oh yeah, that's the one where it does the damage over time. Like corrosion, but...
Right.
Nah.
Causes damage target for 4 rounds start of their turn. Doesn't affect ethereal foes though.
Yes. That's pretty nice.
Speaking of, I have this token, so it'll hit me 2 times.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I mean, it's not in
I guess
rounds,
so.
but maybe I can get rid of it. Does it affect me if I'm not in rounds? That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Lose 1 Vita for 4 rounds. But we aren't in rounds anymore, though.
No.
Well, a round would be when we go around, right? That's a churn. Right? No, a round is when we all go, right?
Yes.
Alright, I'll keep it here, and we gotta remember to lose.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I think that's all we can do here.
Mm-hmm.
So... Okay, the shards reclaimed. Running from the crypt, you emerge into the graveyard of Felleron crypts, breathing the stale air. The alchemist smiles and says, almost to himself, "We have survived. I thank you for your help. My excitement at retrieving the Undead Shard overcame my good sense to wait for you. But you arrived in time to liberate the Undead Shard. Add it to the rest of the seal, along with this." He pulls a mortal shard from one of his robes and hands it to you. You feel these new shards pulling towards the unfinished seal with a magnetic force, quickly pulling them into the seal's frame. You feel a jolt of energy as they merge together with the rest. Yeah, we would have all died because we would have been adjacent to this.
Mm-hmm.
And he does his thing.
Yeah.
He attacks. So, yeah, we actually probably would have all been toast.
Yep.
Okay, the new artifact powers. Unfinished Seal of Kreml. The group receives +1 to all skill checks.
Ooh, that's
So
nice.
you can add that.
So it's +1 to all skills.
All
Rather
skill
than just
checks.
those 3. All skill checks, yeah. Who has it?
So should we just... So should everybody just get +1 skill?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Because we added those numbers. Or should we just erase those numbers? Just remember we all get +1. I think that might be the wisest.
I think that might
So what was it? Nerve, occult, and...
faith. No, it wasn't faith. It was ecology.
Nerve, occult, and ecology. Alright, so we just I'm gonna get +1.
Yeah.
Gotta remember that though.
Yeah. So now all we need...
Oh, that's a cool little marker.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing is. Show the people. I'm not sure what the heck that's. Some kind of weird table altar.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the little symbols
all
on
the
it.
symbols on
Yeah, it's really cool looking actually.
I'm just gonna put this here to remind us we have the seal.
Mm-hmm.
And we get +1 to all our skill checks. And
Let's
we can
flip
use
these
it.
because we'll forget that too.
Mm-hmm.
We normally do attack. The bearer may exhaust for a chapter to give the group +5 might and defense for 1 combat.
Ooh.
These powers replace the old ones the artifact previously possessed. So instead of a story, we can do it per chapter.
That's nice.
That is nice, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The Alchemist urges you to head to the Standing Stones to confront Moria. Skip to chapter 2.
So now all we need is the demonic shard from Moria, and then we have the seal complete. So we're gonna have to fight a lot of demons.
So, let's put this away. Let's put this map away. He can go back. That's cool, we got all these figures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to stop at your Trusk. We could book over, but I think we should stop at your Trusk.
Oh, it is supposed to. That's weird. His sword just like goes way out of its spot and into the demonic flame, but whatever. It's supposed to be that way.
That goes away.
Alright, that was cool.
And what's the thing if we skip?
We have to do an off-road event.
Yeah, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3. And then we got 1 turn, 2 turn, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. Gotta think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe if we even get down here, we can just go 1, 2. I don't know, have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know off-road events are usually not very good.
Nope.
Alright, well hopefully you guys can follow us. Like I said, we don't have mics or other camera angles, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
But we'll see ya.
Yep, we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.